Good evening, ladies and gents. Back with another Conquerors Blade video. This time around, we're going to be looking at everything coming into Season Avalon. I am on the PTR server. We're going to be looking at everything we are getting. I am going to give you a pre-warning. There is not much coming this season, unfortunately. So we do reckon that next season after this is going to be the big one. So, starting off with the Battle Pass as ever. Normal kind of Battle Pass, 100 levels plus of goodies, whether you are free or premium. Just on this note, I am giving away 3 battle passes. 2 of them I am giving away in Discord, and the other one I'm going to be telling you at some point during this video what you need to do for a chance to win the other one. But if you want a chance to win one of 2 battle passes, go straight onto my Discord right now, link down in the description box below for you, and host some AI art for my perusal. Going back into the battle pass then, so 100 levels of goodies coming, both free and premium. So premium, obviously we are going to be getting this level 1 attire here, which is very, very nice. I really like this attire actually this time around, really liking that. Moving on through, we're going to be getting lots of bronze blades, powdered silver, crafting equipment, all that kind of stuff, the usual kind of stuff, nothing too kind of out of the ordinary here. We are going to be getting a tea drinking emote at level 43. A bit of a weird level to put it at, to be honest, but it's a British season. Yep, you've got to have a tea drinking emote. Going on through to level 50, this is the unit attire coming this season, and horse attire. You can buy a duplicate set of this in the seasonal store as well, which I will show you just after this. Carry on up to level 70, that is the horse attire for the hero. Again, very nicely detailed. Lots of stuff on that. Moving on up to level 100, and this season is the level 100 armor. Now, I personally do not like the hair and the crown, but I've actually taken it off on my character, and it looks like really switch. Actually, it's a really nicely detailed bit of armor set. I think I do prefer the level 1 set of armor this time around, but the level 100 still very nice. Weekly challenges, nothing changes here. 10 weeks of challenges to grind you through the battle pass. Seasonal challenges, again, nothing changes here. I will cover these units more in depth in a minute. Campaigns, looks like we are going to be playing until about the 3rd of March, so the next season after this is probably going to be coming around April time, so we are going to have 3 months or so of this season. Seasonal runes, I am very quickly just going to show you all the runes, the whole list. Glaive ones have not changed. I'm not sure if any of the others have. I don't play any of the classes, so I'm just going to very slowly scroll through all of these so you can actually have a look at your own perusal. Obviously, you can pause the video as I'm going through this so you can have a proper read and everything. I don't think there's anything too big a difference in here though in terms of many of the runes. Obviously, class-specific runes, I'm not the best person to ask for certain classes. Glaive, though, I can tell you, nothing has changed whatsoever. Again, this may still change when it actually comes over to our version, but this is usually how they are going to be for the whole season. Real shame, to be honest, because the runes and stuff are some of the things I enjoy the most, changing up the game and everything. Moving back to the seasonal store, again, buy another set of the unit attire, you can buy another set of the horse attire. This time around we're going to be having the longsword, we are going to be having the Nadachi, and the short bow as the antique weapon sets that you can actually get from this. We are going to be having the antique guild agent and noble hashashins. I can't remember what season this is, 13, 14, it's around that. So that is the antique different colour versions or different colour variations of the attire sets. Weirdly, we've got the Colosseum season still in here as well. This was actually part of this season, so this might actually be taken out by the time it gets over onto the live version. But this, still absolutely love this. I actually bought this, really like it. Artificial stones, rare armor schematics. Every single time I say when you get into the new battle pass and seasonal store, always pick up the mastery reset card, always pick up the rare armor schematics, the artificial stones, powdered silver, and then the unit XP and the hero XP boosts as well. Nothing too kind of drastic from all of this. I'm going to go back into the units. So we are going to be getting a tier 3 cavalry, a tier 4 javelin, and a tier 5 Queen's Knight. I will be splicing in some footage of all of these units in battle. Unfortunately, at the minute, the only one that seems actually decent is the tier 3 cavalry. The javelins, tier 4, and the Queen's Guard at tier 5 are really kind of lackluster at the minute. But again, bear in mind this is the PTR version. Things might change before they actually cross over into the live version. Usually I will go through you and show you all the vet lines and everything for these guys. However, there is unfortunately no vet lines that I can actually show you. There's no detail in there at all, weirdly, so we're not actually sure what the vet lines are doing. Same kind of setup though, a couple of page challenges before you can unlock the tier 3s. You've got to unlock the tier 3s before you can get to the tier 4s. 3-page challenges for these, and then once you unlock the tier 4s, you can start unlocking the tier 5s. 4-page challenges for these. So it's kind of a similar setup as every other season. I'm just going to flash up some of the stats for each of them. The cavalry, they have 3 charges, which if timed very, very well are actually very, very useful. But because they are a tier 3 cavalry, their defense is very, very low, their health is very, very low. Attack is fairly decent, does do a fairly decent bit of damage, but everything else is very, very low, which should be, to be honest, because they are a tier 3. But I can see a lot of these actually being used out in the blue meta, to be honest. But just to prove you about the veterancy lines, if I highlight these or click them or anything like that, honestly, they just don't do anything. So we have no idea what any of these veterancy bonuses are doing for any of these units at the minute. Statistics for the tier 4s. So tier 4s, a little bit higher defense, a little bit higher damage and everything. The javelins, unfortunately, are very, very slow at the minute, and to be honest, their movement speed feels very, very slow as well. Even though it says 5 here, it does not feel like 5 at all. It feels very, very slow, to be honest. We are a little bit concerned about how good these are. Hopefully they will have a bit of a buff and a bit of a rework before they hit the live version. These won't be actually unlocking for a few weeks anyway, so they've got a little bit of time to actually sort these guys out. And moving on to the tier 5, again, these do not feel overly great at the minute. Now, obviously this hasn't actually loaded up, or this is just a placeholder at the minute. The first ability here is a sword strike and a dash. The second ability is a blunt shield kind of attack. Again, blunt shield does do a little bit of damage, but not huge for a tier 5, unfortunately. Defense is very, very low for a tier 5. The attack is fairly decent, but their health is very, very low. Again, the veterancy bonuses, we have no clue what any of these do. None of them are coming up with any tooltips or anything, which is a real shame, so we can't really look at them properly. I will do specific videos on these when we actually get a bit more information and a bit more knowledge about what they are actually bringing into the game. Going over to King Arthur, who is our envoy this season, we're going to be looking at the Fame Store. I'm just going to slowly go through all of this. Again, you can pause it if you want to have a look, but there is nothing kind of too different than any other season here, to be honest. Honestly, as you unlock Fame through battling and donating different items, then you will level up your Fame level and you'll be able to unlock more and more stuff. The armor is a bit lackluster, actually, to be honest. With this one, I do not feel this is a great kind of rework on this one. I'm probably not going to bother personally doing this because it just does not feel much different at all to the actual level 100 arm set, which is a real shame. One thing I want to show you is with the Doctrine Spirits, this time we can actually get some nice exchanges here. Fiery Tail, I would definitely recommend you pick that horse up because they are very, very good. In this electric Doctrine box though, we've actually got the choice of some better Doctrines. Some of these are very, very good, some of them are a little bit lackluster. The Noble Bloods apparently aren't working, but I would still pick some of those up if you have got the Doctrine Spirits to actually do that. The Epic Polearm Doctrine is very, very good, so inflicting a bleeding effect on enemy cavalry, but this one here, the Epic Combat Doctrine, it's a very, very useful doctrine. I will be picking this up as soon as I possibly can, because after every 3 attacks, the next attack's damage will be increased by 11%, every 6 attacks 15% maximum health will be restored, and every 9 attacks a 2.5 second control immunity effect is granted. Very, very powerful doctrine this. I will be picking this up personally very, very quickly. But have a good scroll through these when you actually get into the game and everything. Again, some of these might change for our version of the game, so just bear that in mind. But again, nothing too much to really show you from the doctrine or the schematics or anything. Nothing really has changed whatsoever here, unfortunately. It does just feel like not a huge amount has come into the game, which is a real shame. Just going to bang through all of the Sovereign store as well, just so you can have a quick look at all this stuff. Again, just take it with a pinch of salt. This might all change still when it passes over to the PTR version. Again, I think that's pretty much it to show you, though. Looks like we are going to be starting in the Borderlands, and then we are going to be going to Algodia and Anyang, so some odd choices, I feel, for kind of where we are going this season. I could have sworn blind we were going to go to Anadolu because of the Avalon Island type scenario, but alright, we'll stay up north. So that's where we're going to be going. Again, I think that's pretty much everything to cover. Nothing really else I can kind of show you in here, to be honest. As you can see, the Ferret Sea Lions don't show you anything at all, which is a real shame. That's kind of it, to be honest. So if you want to win another battle pass, or if you want to win one of 3 battle passes, like I said, you've got the chance to win one of 2 by going onto my Discord right now and entering some AI art into the AI art channel on there. Only 1 entry per person. And if you want a final chance to win a battle pass in the next couple of days, then you must leave me a message on this video telling me what you hope the next season brings. So obviously nothing really massive is happening this season, but next season, are you hoping for a TW rework? Are you hoping for a game engine rework? Are you hoping for something totally out of the blue, lots of different units, or a hero rework, or a new hero weapon? Let me know down in the comments below what you are most looking forward to and what you really want them to bring into the next season after Avalon, and also what season you hope they actually bring out as well. It'll be interesting to see already what people's predictions for the next season after this are. So thank you very much for watching, folks. I want to just leave a quick message here as well. If you are here at the end of the video, then that means you have got a slight interest in what I do here, which is very good, and I have to thank you for it. But on the 22nd of December, I will be running a very special Christmas stream on Twitch. Hopefully we will have lots of giveaways, we will have Twitch drops, we will have all that kind of stuff, because that always usually takes place around that time anyway. We will be doing lots of quizzes, we will be doing lots of giveaways and events and everything like that. You are all more than welcome to come and jump on the 22nd. We will be starting about 8 PM GMT on the 22nd. That's a Friday as well, leading into Christmas weekend, so it should be a really good kind of start to the Christmas season for us all. I'm going to leave the video here, though. Thank you very much for watching. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button, all that lovely fan doobie-tastic stuff, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.